everyone, this is Adam from Mecanto Product Reviews doing part 2 of the video lead box demo. As you can see, we've already had some unique impressions on our first pop-up, which I've created for my video lead box product review on my website, and I'll show you that in a moment. So this is what we did during the first demo. If you go to my video lead box demo here, and you read through the review page, and assuming you don't buy the product, you go to close the page, and that's when the lead box comes up. And of course, this is the if you say stay on this page, the lead box becomes interactive, and if you click on the download link, of course, that's when it goes to the sales page. Now, something else to mention about this, as you can see here, the next price increases in 6 hours. Now, there used to be a timer in this blank area here, but the timer expired because the first discount also expired. So if I wanted, I can, put the timer back in there for the next 6 hours, which is probably something I'll do since the blank space doesn't really look too good. So let me quickly go into the builder and fix the timer, the countdown timer, which is one of many features that you can add to your lead boxes with Video Lead Box. Again, I've never seen as many features and options in a pop-up creation tool as I've seen with Video Lead Box. As you go through the left and right, on the left you have all your options. On the right, when you click on any element, it brings up the properties for that element, and it's all drag and drop, which makes it really cool. So let's run this for the next 6 hours, and I'll continue to adjust as long as these guys have discounts running for their software. I would highly recommend getting in on these offers while they're up, because it's it won't be long before there will not be any discounts for this software, and you're just going to have to pay full price if you are interested. So let's go here to May. So if we adjust it to May 6th, then we have 9 hours, which is not quite right. So we can simply adjust the time here. We don't want to do that. Let's do this. No, just trying to get to the right position here. Okay, we're almost at it. Maybe 20. Okay, that's about right. 5 hours, 30 minutes, roughly 6 hours. Actually, what we should do is 6.5 hours would be 20, 30. Or would it be? There we go. So we have 6.5 hours until the next discount, so I'm going to go ahead and save that and close. Now remember to save here as well. This is a mistake that I was making with a couple lead boxes that I created offline. I would do everything. I created the whole thing, forgot to click save there, so it's very important as well. So before we do another demo of creating an actual lead box, let me just show you something I did not go over in the first demo. There are a lot of things that come with Video Lead Box, and there's just more than I could possibly go over, even in 2 demo videos. So you have split testing features here. You can create your own split test, which kind of shows you, the performance of each lead box you've created. So let's say you have 4 or 5 different lead boxes. You can kind of narrow down which one is giving you good results and kind of take that knowledge and apply it to other lead boxes that you create. So as time goes on, you're creating more effective lead boxes that get conversions or subscribers or whatever you are trying to do with these. The integrations page, This code integrates Video Leadbox with your WordPress installation. You can also download the plugin and activate it, which is a great way. That's the way that I integrated my WordPress page with Video Leadbox. It was very easy. If you have any questions about anything, there's some very helpful tutorial videos to go through here. As you can see, they're very neatly presented. How to do just about anything that you could possibly need to do with Video Leadbox. There is also a user guide, which is not just one PDF dumped in a file and asks you to download it. You actually have the sections here, and as you click each section, it brings up another page. So that's, again, very well organized. There's pictures. There's no reason to believe that you're going to get stuck with Video Leadbox. Even without the guides, it's very intuitive. But should you need them, they are there. There's also a webinar section. As you can see, you get to join Neil Napier in an exclusive webinar. So I would click here to access the webinar. I don't believe it's been run yet. That's more of a reason to get on this product, this offer, as soon as possible, so you could get the most out of the additional benefits and features that come with it. There are exclusive bonuses that you get with every time you purchased Video Leadbox. So for example, I have access to every bonus on this page. These are all additional products, done for you logos, Facebook Business Finder, really cool stuff, highlight and share WordPress plugin, instant video script templates, video ad placer. You know, these are not cheapo bonuses here. These are actually very helpful products that will really help you out with your business. And then of course you have settings and access to their support team. If you have trouble at any time, they are there for you. Alright, so in the first video we created a lead box to basically send traffic to a sales page, an offer that I have. In this demo I would like to create a lead box that collects email addresses, so it's going to be an opt-in lead box, an opt-in form basically in a lead box. So we're going to go to the lead box on the left hand side, add new, and give it a title. So I'm going to call this opt-in number 1, and you can position your lead box here. I like to keep mine in the center, and you can choose when to show the lead box, whether it's on entrance while your visitor is scrolling down or up and down the website. Exit intent is when the user exits the browser. So keep in mind, that does not mean they're exiting your page. It means they are exiting the browser itself. So I like to do page close, which means anytime the visitor exits the page itself, it will pop up your lead box. So you can enable or disable on mobile, but it's a little different on a mobile device. Basically, on a mobile device, it's going to show the lead box after X number of seconds if you enable it. Because there's no real feature to close the web page that's open, well, at least it's not consistent from mobile device to mobile device. So that's the way it works on a mobile device. You would just set the duration in which the lead box will come up on their screen. I'm going to turn that one off for now. And here's another important feature. You choose whether you want to show your lead box on certain pages of your site or on every page of your website. For this one, I am going to also specify the URL that I would like this lead box to appear on, and it's only going to appear on my home page. Okay, so I'm going to enter that here, and if you want, you can set up scheduling so that the lead box doesn't start appearing until a certain date, or you can have it start appearing right now. I'm going to have it live as soon as I'm done, so I'm going to go ahead and save, and then it brings me back Here it says leadbox saved, and then we're going to start the builder. Alright, now one of the things I really like about Video Leadbox is the templates that are going to come with the product. There are many different types of templates for different niches. There are two-step opt-ins, one-step opt-ins. There are lead boxes for just offers for different products and things like that. Teespring, a lot of different options, even mobile-specific lead boxes as well. So a lot of these can be used with videos. I don't have a video prepared, so what I'm going to do is search for a template that uses images and collects email addresses. Now, alternatively, you can just start with an empty template and just create your own beautiful lead box with all of the features that come with this product, but I don't want to spend too much time here, so I'm still getting acquainted with a lot. I mean, there's just so much to offer inside this product, and I'm still getting acquainted with everything, so I'd like to take the easy route with you guys. Now, I saw one that I liked a moment ago that just had an image. That is coming right up, I believe. Here it is. So profitable business. I'm going to choose that one, and it's going to load it right in there. So if I wanted, I could take this template exactly as it is now and place it on my home page. Now notice I mentioned that I would like to have my new lead box collect email address, and this one's a button. So I'm actually going to modify this a bit. I'm going to delete this button and replace it in a little while. You'll see where this is going. And let's see the messages. Let me show you how to turn your blog into a profitable business. I'll leave that alone actually. So I kind of like the message here. I'm cool with the image here. So all I'm really going to do is introduce, if we go down here, we're going to find an opt-in box in the form area, and as you can see, there's many different types of forms we can choose from. Oops, I kind of like this elegant horizontal opt-in, so I'm going to click it, drag into my canvas, release, and there it is. Of course, you can resize everything here so that it fits into your lead box, kind of blends in with everything. It doesn't seem out of place. That's our goal. So all you really have to do is click and drag. So there it is. If you click outside, you can kind of see how this will look right now. I'm pretty happy with that, but we are not done just yet. I'm going to bring this down a little bit, and all I'm doing again is clicking and dragging. So that's all you have to do. Click and drag from the left to bring in elements, and then if you want to change the values of that element, click that element and go over to the right, and you will see the elegant horizontal opt-in settings. So if we bring down or bring up the accordion, excuse me 1 minute. Alright, sorry about that. I had a phone distraction there. I also have a new puppy that we picked up a couple days ago, and I'm getting used to her being around too. But I guess, you know, you got to keep the wife happy, and that's what she wanted, so we have a new member in our family. Anyways, back on topic here. We've kind of brought up the accordions for this element, and I just want to kind of show you how the properties function works. So if we bring the settings back down, you can see that this opt-in box will take custom HTML code. What that means is if you have Aweber, GetResponse, or any other autoresponder where you want to create your own opt-in field or form, you can just paste the HTML in here as well, and this will be supported. And I think in some cases, I don't really do opt-ins on my websites too often, but I believe in some cases you will want to add the HTML code by going, you can also email Aweber or GetResponse about this, but by putting the HTML code in here, that will basically tell the form here what to do with each email address that's registered or submitted through this form. Is basically when someone submits an email address, it has to be stored somewhere, right? So by putting the HTML code from your autoresponder in here, it will store it to the list on your autoresponder. Okay, so as you can see, you can change the name placeholder here. So if I want, I could just put name there and email there. And subscribe could be submit, basically whatever you want it to say. Email field, input icons, let's see what this is. I'm not sure what, oh, I see. So if you turn no on here, the icons go away. I kind of like them. So I'm going to leave that alone. And then below, you can choose whether or not you want to say something about, right now it says we hate spam as much as you do. I can say something like, we respect your privacy and will not spam you, or will not spam your account. I don't know, something like that. You can always grab that off of another leadbox or opt-in form and kind of use the same verbiage as they do. You can also track conversions. I would like to keep that on. And then you can minimize this and go down to design options, where you can change the background color of these fields. The button color can change as well. I might change to orange because orange is basically the main color on Micanto, my website. So that would kind of blend it into the site as well. And everything else looks good. So just like that, as you can see, I mean, this is something that really anyone can do. There's no rocket science behind this. You don't need any tech skill, no experience. As far as creativity goes, I'm going to tell you right now that I am one of the least creative people out there. So I love the fact that we have templates to choose from where everything, I wouldn't really know where to place the picture and the text to make everything look professional. But I was basically just now able to choose any template. In this case, it was a template with one button, and I turned it into an opt-in form, just like that. It's only basically my third time using Video Leadbox as well. So here you could turn any leadbox into a two-step or one-step type of thing. And here you can add widgets, buttons. You can add PayPal buy buttons, regular buttons. You can add a close leadbox image. I'm not quite sure what that is. Let's try. See what it is here. Okay, so it just adds an X button, basically. So you put that in the corner, and if someone wants to get out of your lead box, they can. And I think that's nice to have, So I'll add that to the corner, and then if I click on it, we might already have that. Yeah, actually, I already had it in this template. So I'm going to delete that, but let's check out the properties on this close button and make sure that it's functioning as it should. I think everything there looks good. So you can add social widgets, and I'll show you an example. This form that I've created, it wouldn't really make sense to add social buttons there, but just to show you what it might look like if I did, here is one style that you can add. Just kind of, you may have to reorganize things a bit so that it fits into your template. But it's just stylistic. I mean, everything is just a matter of drag and drop. So let's see what else we have. You know, Twitter follow button. Let's see. You know, you could add this up here, right? You can add that over there, and then you can also place a Google plus button. So basically what I'm doing now is I'm adding them individually. And you see that blue line, it kind of helps you align everything, which is also really cool. I mean, this is a very well built product, very well built web app. And we have Facebook. So I wouldn't really add these things here for this type of form, but I'm just kind of trying to demonstrate what it would look like. If you don't like how this looks, and I don't, so I'm going to say, it says show friends' faces. I'm going to say no. What else? Include share button, yes. Layout, you can change the layout. Just change it to a simple button. You know, so don't think that just because you dragged it out and it looked like whatever it looked like doesn't mean you can't change it. You can definitely customize these as much as you please. So, you know, these are the types of things you can do. So now, what if we want to apply this to our website? Let's move this down a little bit so everything's centered. So what do we do when we're ready to save? Well, for one thing, you definitely don't want to make the same mistake I did and not save it. By the way, since this template had 2 steps, if you've chosen a 2-step template, you'll see the steps down here. See step 1, and then you have the opt-in step. Okay, but I turned it into a 1-step. So if you have a 2-step, basically you have 2 frames. Don't forget that. So the first, in this case, the first one would have been a button. If they click yes, basically they would go on to this step. And that's something, we're going to delete that one here. But that's something that a lot of leadbox creators or pop-up creators are not going to offer. But this is the gold standard for pop-up creation tools. You will not find one on the market that functions as well as this one with as much, basically as much goodies as you're getting with Video Leadbox. Nothing else there like it. Nothing out like it. So I'm going to save that, and then it's going to bring us back to, well, we have to close first, and then it's going to bring us back to this page, and you want to save again. Don't go around to some other page. You definitely have to save first. So once we've saved that, now we can go to all lead boxes, and we will see opt-in number 1, which we've just created. By default, it's going to be off, which I like, but you can easily turn that on, and I'm going to do that. First, let me, out of curiosity, when I hovered over this one, there's an analytics button. This is my first opt-in box, and as you can see, here is another really cool thing, our analytics. This is what it looks like. So you have a visual presentation of the number of visits, impressions, where the impressions came from. Mine are mostly all US, but there's some Australia, and we have 2 impressions from Vietnam. Here's the breakdown, 1 from the UK. And they're all coming from my Video Leadbox review because that is where I placed the pop-up. 0 conversions. But again, I don't have a lot to go off of, and I really didn't optimize my lead box. It was just for the purpose of this demo. I mean, don't get me wrong, some of this is on you. You know, so you've got to come up with a creative way to capture your exiting visitors and re-engage them and give them a reason to want to buy. If you go here, I'm going to be honest, this doesn't really give anyone a reason, a good reason to buy my product that I'm advertising. Hopefully they'll buy it before they get to that point. But as you can see now, at least the countdown timer is back. You know, that it was just that easy to, you know, bring it back into the form. But if I could go back, I would probably, instead of a guy standing there, I would maybe put a video, just something that makes this more engaging, more interactive, give people a reason to say, I don't want to miss out on this offer. That's what that part is, somewhat on you. You can use the templates, they'll help you out, but you just got to get a feel for it, and that is why they're split testing. So let's turn this one on. And then once we do that, I believe I already have the integrations turned on for mecanto.com, so I'm not sure if I'm going to have to do anything else, but just in case, let me go into my WordPress control panel. And as I mentioned earlier, this product comes with its own plugin, which you'll see in the settings area, video lead box. And it's nothing really crazy. All it is just a simple box where you paste your integration code. And then it gives you an important message here. Do not forget to add mecanto to your domains on the settings page. That is something you don't want to forget. That is in the video lead box settings. And the reason is, if you don't have your domain here, then your pop-ups will not show up on that site. Basically, you are giving Video Leadbox permission to display the pop-ups you created on the domains you've entered here. All right, now that we know we have permission to display ads on mecanto.com, let's go over to the website itself. And again, we've enabled this new pop-up on the home page, so I'm just going to interact with the page a bit, scroll down, scroll up. It's going slow because I'm recording this, but I'm just scrolling around. I'm going to click here. As you can see, nothing's coming up. But when we decide that we're not interested in doing anything else on this website, we click to exit. And there it is. Transparent with the background, very nice, very elegant. This is what we created based on template, and as you can see, there's a like button. You can interact with any of these, the Google Plus button, the follow button, and you can also opt in. So just like that, we created a video lead box, and I'm sure as I move on with this program, you're going to see some really sweet lead boxes, very elegant and professional lead boxes that I'm going to figure out how to make and display on mecanto.com. Personally, I am not going to look any further than Video Lead Box. It's the best pop-up creation tool. It's the one that I've been waiting for my business. I'm just going to have to play with it a little bit more and make it, you know, create pop-ups that fit my site just a little bit more than these ones do. But, you know, it's one of those things, you'll get a hang of it. But with the drag and drop interface and all of the features, it just doesn't get any better than this. So I do want to mention before I go that the Video Lead Box review is linked below this video, and if you go through this review and decide to purchase Video Lead Box, again, the discount is still running, and I will recommend purchasing as soon as possible because of that. But if you click any of the links on this page to purchase Video Lead Box, you're also going to get all of the bonuses shown on my review page that I'm scrolling through right now. If you do not like any of them, or if you do not like all of them, you can substitute. There's a link below the list of bonuses which allows you to substitute any products from my master list with hundreds of different bonus products that can be replaced with the default bonuses here. Just follow these 3 simple steps and it will tell you how to do everything that you need to do. So that's it for the second demo. I know this got a little lengthy, but hopefully you got some good information out of it to help you with your decision about Video Lead Box. Thanks for watching and have a great day.